Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Adrienne Montgomery. I'm with ERP VAR. Today we're talking about Nuvei and Sage 100, how to stop check fraud with integrated ACH. I'm so pleased to be joined by Kimberly Roma and Brandy Wilson over at Nuvei. And we have 30 minutes today, so I'm going to go ahead and let Kimberly get started talking about the Sage 100 presentation. Thank you so much, Kimberly.
Thanks, Adrienne. Hey, everyone. Welcome. We're so glad you could join us today. I'm super excited to walk you through how Nuvei's fully embedded ACH solution for Sage 100 can transform your accounts receivable, reducing check fraud, accelerating cash flow, simplifying your processes, all without relying on third-party gateways. With check fraud up 94% this year, having a secure, reliable payment solution is more important than ever. Today, we are going to show you how ACH can offer a safer and more cost-effective alternative to paper checks and card payments, and how Nuvei makes it seamless by integrating directly into Sage 100. We'll also highlight some powerful tools like our Capture for More feature for recovering funds above pre-auth amounts, and 24/7 self-service portal for your customers, and expert support from a team that includes former Sage 100 VARs who truly understand your business. Thanks again for being here. Let's dive in. Meet our ERP product team. Decades of VAR experience, 150 years of ERP experience. I always like to highlight and note that our product team is ERP first and payment second. They truly understand what you do inside the ERP and how payments just enhances that. Next, I'll introduce you to our channel team. The cool thing about our team, when you work with Nuvei, you're working with a team member that you see here on the screen. You're working with them from the beginning of the journey through the life of your account. We're here to support you ongoing, again, through the life of your account. So what is ACH? At a high level, ACH is an electronic system used for transferring funds between bank accounts. Most people know what ACH is, but may not be fully aware of the cost savings to your business and the additional security that it provides. The fees associated with ACH versus credit card are much lower. Our team will be happy to walk you through what that looks like for your bottom line. Did you know 33% of B2B payments continue to be made by check? Checks were used by consumers more than half the time when paying building contractors. 81% of businesses still pay other firms via paper checks, making it the most common B2B payment method. In 2024, 63% of organizations reported attempted or actual check fraud, proving checks are still the most targeted payment method. Despite this, over 75% of companies have no plans to reduce check usage in the next 2 years, leaving a major gap in payment security. But some experts estimate that 40% of all B2B payments in the US are still made via paper check, as reported in the Treasurer's Guide to AR Payments Optimization from payments.com, March 2022. You can see the upward trend. More B2B payments are using ACH. So I want to ask you, are you leaving a third of your revenue on the table by not offering ACH as an option for your customer? With ACH, you receive payments faster than traditional paper checks and can accept in virtually any setting. These are just a few of the benefits of accepting ACH. I want to go ahead and hand it over to Brandy, who's going to take us through what the Nuvei integration looks like.
Thanks, Kim. So when we talk about integrated payments, that can get to be a little bit of a buzzword. What we truly are is an embedded payments company. For those of you who don't know, Nuvei actually started its life as Sage Payment Solutions. We were a division of Sage that was specifically tasked with embedding payment solutions directly within the Sage products, Sage 100, Sage Intact, all of that line of products. And because of that, we have these deep ties to Sage, and everything that you need to process ACH and credit cards is already embedded within your Sage 100 system. And with that comes a whole slew of abilities. You can actually save ACH or credit card account information directly inside of the Sage system so that you can use those, we call them vaults, to go ahead and process transaction payments against invoices or cash receipts within your Sage system. You can also take those payments on the fly. So if you have a customer on the phone and want to take that information live from them, you can do that as well, both for credit card and again, ACH account information. All of this, because it's happening inside of your Sage 100 system, follows those posting conventions. So you're not going to have any double entry. Our GL postings are recorded as part of your normal journal update process. And then we have that flexibility, right, of being able to offer our customers multiple payment methods, ACH e-checks, card present transactions if you have a retail or a counter service type of portion of your business, card not present, taking information over the phone. And we do offer a surcharging solution. So on those transactions where you may be offering credit card as a payment method, you can actually charge back some of the fees that you incur in order to recoup some of those funds. Now there's a second branch to our integrated payments. So we have our embedded payments that exist within Sage 100 itself. And then if we can go to the next slide, we also have what we call our Commerce Suite. Now, the Commerce Suite you guys may have heard referred to in the past as click to pay. It is so much more than just a click to pay system. AR automation with our customer portal really integrates your Sage system into an outside platform where your customers can actually access their accounts, save their ACH account information to their profile, and actually use that to pay their own invoices. So it really gives them the ability to kind of self-manage, and it takes some of the labor off of your AR teams because the customer can do a lot of their research and their historical views, getting things like receipts or just looking at what invoices were paid on a transaction without having to call you guys. The information is all synced with Sage, so they're looking at the same data that you would have if you were looking at your customer maintenance screen, but they can actually access that on their own with no writability to your guys' system. The idea here is that we want to take Sage 100, we want to take those capabilities that you guys are used to having, terms discounts, parent-child relationships on accounts, and we want to make sure that those are extended into the gateway. But we also want to make sure that we're expanding on those functionalities, giving you things that maybe native Sage 100 doesn't give you, like that surcharging capability that we talked about, or those multiple types of payment offerings that you can give to your customers. Next slide. And we are going to jump in and take a look at what this looks like inside of Sage 100. And you're going to see my Sage 100 come up here on the screen. And this is going to give you guys a look at how this all works. So inside of Sage 100, I have essentially just entered two pieces of data. That is my account information for my Paya Nuvei account. And when I come out now to my customers, I have the ability to record payment information. So I'm going to pull up ABF here, just a standard test customer here. And when I come over to the additional tab, what you're going to see is I have this credit card ACH button. And this is where I can actually store this information in a PCI compliant way within my Sage system. So I can go ahead and put in a credit card or an ACH account payment type. And I'm just going to date this for today. And what you'll notice is that this Add New button comes up for me. And when I click that, the system is going to launch a system called PCD. And that came up on another screen. Sorry about that. Paya Connect Desktop is our way of connecting Sage 100 with the Paya Gateway. And this is where we really have the ability to make sure that Sage is 100% out of PCI scope. What you're going to notice is you're never going to enter or save entire account information within your Sage 100 system. And everything that gets saved inside of Sage is always going to be in encrypted form. So mostly we're just putting IDs back into the system. So from here, I can select that I want to put in an ACH account. And when I hit next, I'm going to be prompted for the routing number and the account number. So this is where the system would differentiate between the two options that we have selected, so ACH or credit card. So knowing that I'm looking to put in an ACH account, it is going to go ahead and prompt me for that routing number and the account number. And I'm just going to copy those over here just so you guys can see how this works. And I can go ahead and select that checking or savings designation. Now, when I hit submit, the system is actually going to take this information, it's going to encrypt it, and it's going to send it over a secure line to the gateway. And the gateway is going to respond back with an ID that's essentially going to be what is stored within Sage. So you'll notice I no longer have that full routing number. I no longer have that full account number. What is saved inside of my system is a token or a vault that I can use to make a payment. And that's all there is to it. So from any of my transaction screens now, I have the ability to actually process payment against that ACH account. You'll notice that I also have this primary payment information here. I do have the ability to make that my primary payment method. So whenever I generate an invoice for this customer, I can attach that credit card or that ACH account to the invoice automatically, and it can process as part of my journal updates. So we try to make sure that that's a really smooth process for you guys. And really, in any of my transaction screens, AR invoices, sales orders, sales invoices, I do have the ability to select that ACH account that we just entered in order to make a payment. So we're going to pull up ABF here, just so you guys can see. And you'll notice there is a payment tab over here. So when I come over to my payment tab, I do have the ability to either select a payment type if I was on the phone with the customer and I wanted to take that information on the fly. I could absolutely do that. Or I can select our ACH account. Now I'm going to resort this. I do a new one of these every time I do a demo, but here's our 520 ACH account that I have vaulted, and you'll see that it fills in all of that information for me. So I do have the ability to just include this as part of my transacting. I can hit submit card ACH now, and it will authorize that transaction and then close at the end of the evening. So we have a great integrated process here. Again, AR invoices, sales orders, sales invoices, cash receipts, all have this payment tab that functions the exact same way. It's nice and consistent. It's very easy to attach those ACH accounts to any of your transactions where you might need to take that payment and get it processed. Now, our Commerce Suite also accommodates for those ACH transactions. So I'm going to actually enter a new invoice here. My system is being a little slow. There we go. So I'm going to use my Commerce Suite customer. Now, this is just a customer that I have enabled to generate links. And so this just gives me the ability to create an online link where this customer can go ahead and process a transaction. I don't want to do $5 because it will automatically decline. You'll notice that because my customer is automatically set up for that click to pay system, we do have that checkbox already turned on. And I can just hit accept, and the system is going to do everything that it needs to do to get this invoice online for me. But what we're going to do is save the invoice into our Sage system. We're going to PDF that using your Crystal Report PDF, and we're going to upload that and provide a link that you can then give to your customer. This integrates fully with Paperless Office, so you can do electronic delivery and provide this link to your customer so that they have the ability to then go online and pay that transaction on their own. So when a customer clicks through to that email, here's the page that they're going to see. They're going to see a branded payment page where the invoice amount is shown to them. They have a link to that PDF, that original Crystal Report PDF that came from your Sage system, and they can click Pay Now without logging in. Now you'll notice I do have both payment methods available to me. I also have a surcharge assigned to my credit card transaction. So this is a 3% surcharge that I've applied to my credit card. If I switch over to ACH, you're going to see an instant recalculation of that fee. And that's all based on what you have set up in your system for charging fees. Some people don't charge anything on those ACH transaction fees, which is fine. And some people will put a flat fee. I put a $1.50 flat fee. So in the case of an $8 transaction, obviously that's going to be slightly more than the 3% that would be charged on a credit card. But you do have the ability to determine how that goes through for your customer, and the customer sees that with full transparency. These same options are available through the portal as well. So your customers can have online customer portals that they go through and have the ability to see all of their transactions. So I can log in as customer Brandy. You can see in my 5 most recent payments that I do have an ACH payment. So I do see those broken out. And I can store those payment methods inside of the system without having to give my information to you, the merchant, and I can enter and maintain that here. This is still fully PCI compliant. You'll notice that everything is still masked. These are tokens. We are not giving them access to their routing number and account number, visibly on the screen. But we can have the customer use these to go ahead and process payments against transactions. So they can come out and see all of their different transaction types. They can select the invoices that they'd like to pay. If they have credits on account, they can apply those as well. And when they click begin payment, just like we saw on the on the anonymous link page, we have that option of selecting those different types. The only difference is that I can use a saved payment method when I'm logged in, because I've got that extra security of a username and password to associate that information with. This process and any process that goes through the anonymous link page will automatically come back into Sage 100 as part of our payment import and create cash receipts against the invoices that were selected for payment. So we make sure that even though you're giving your customers a little bit more control over their accounts, they are going to have more ability to look at that history, to apply those credits. But we are going to make sure that that's coming back into Sage in a way that follows the Sage conventions. It's going to bring in all of that payment data so you don't lose any reporting information inside of Sage, and it will create that cash receipt so that you can review it and then update it at whatever time you normally would do that, whether it's end of day or whether it's when the deposit hits your account for those transactions. So it does give you the ability to give the customers more control without losing any control on your side. And Kim, if I can have you bring back up the presentation, I'm going to hand it back to you.
Thanks. Wait for Adrian to. There we go. Can you all see that?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. Thank you. Thanks again, Brandy. I want to kind of switch gears and talk a little bit about what our sales process looks like so that you can be fully in the know of what to expect when you're working with our team at Nuvei. First, our team of dedicated and knowledgeable sales executives work with you and your customers to kick off the process of discovering business needs, pain points, and answer any questions you may have. Next, the Nuvei team will guide you through the initial steps, which include understanding specific business needs, completing an application form, confirming pricing, taking a look at a product demo if requested. And this stage really ensures that we align the solution with customer-specific requirements and also help you see the value of integrating Nuvei. Once your account is established, we assign a specialized engineer to handle installation and configuration, ensure a seamless integration into the ERP system, customize settings based on business needs. This hands-on approach minimizes disruption and makes it easy for customers to start processing payments efficiently. Followed by providing a smooth transition, which offers merchant training so that you understand how to use the system from day one, setting up support resources for ongoing assistance, and ensuring a streamlined process for merchants to start processing payments. Our goal is to make the transition effortless and ensure that businesses are comfortable with their new payment processing system, like I said, from day one. We'll then go on finally to the exciting part, going live, and of course, ongoing support. Once you're live, the Nuvei team continues to provide dedicated support specialists to assist with any issues you experience, ongoing enhancements to maximize system efficiency. It really is a long-term partnership. It ensures that the customer continues to receive value for the journey and length of your account. So we're not just onboarding customers, we're really supporting you for the life of your account. And I want to say finally, thank you again for joining us. I hope that this session gave you a really clear look at how Nuvei's fully embedded ACH solution for Sage 100 can help protect your business from check fraud, speed up cash flow, and simplify your AR process, all without third-party gateways. With check fraud on the rise, there's never been a better time to move to a secure integrated ACH solution. So if you have any questions or you want to explore next steps, we're ready to assist, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you so much, Kimberly and Brandy, and enjoy the rest of your day.